The Artist Teacher Scheme is a partnership between Oxford Brookes University and Modern Art Oxford. Modern Art Oxford is one of the country's leading contemporary art galleries with a changing programme of international exhibitions. Participants meet artists. In some cases they're meeting them for tutorials, they're finding out about the artist's practice, which helps them re-engage with their own practice. There's opportunities to transfer that into their teaching in the classroom, but essentially it's for them to think of themselves as practitioners and to develop their work, and there's an outcome of an exhibition at the end of the course.
I work in partnership as part of Brookes and we make artwork in sculpture, sound and video. In something like the Artist Teacher Scheme, I think that I encounter people who have different ideas and different practice, and that not only enriches my perspective of the world but also hopefully enriches my own practice.
You're working with people who are very fanatical about the subject, and so are you. So that's kind of nice. The exchange of ideas is not just one way, it's two ways.
The kinds of people that apply for this course are extremely varied in their background. It's time for some of them to look back and perhaps also immerse themselves back into that pleasure of their own work.
I really like the fact that we are capable of, we're able to work with teachers and with artists, and we can bring them together and stimulate new ideas and new opportunities for making work, and also for bringing that back into the classroom.
Okay, what we want you to do today, you're going to work in 3 groups. You have to split yourselves into 3 groups of 4.
We were asked to respond to a space on the campus. We weren't told any more than that, apart from we had to work in groups. We decided to have a look at forgotten parts and more major parts like the chapel and the auditorium.
We came across a space that was enclosed, it was caged, and there are certain random objects inside. To me, it suggested that these objects were singled out for a specific reason.
Talk about just very come on, we need to come up with a way of responding to it. So Vicky, you said that you wanted to go look behind places we shouldn't be.
The Artist Teacher course is excellent. There are so many people on the course that I feel supported by. I feel that I can talk to both the tutors and the people who are on the course with me.
We're very keen to attract both primary and secondary art specialists, but we're also very interested in the idea of artist educators, of people who've had a teaching background who are maybe not practicing full-time in the classroom, but are working maybe in residencies, and I think it's relevant to all those people.
We have been asked to create a piece of artwork that responds to the space, and the space that we specifically chose was the chapel at Oxford Brookes.
The aim is to challenge the way that they think about making art. We want them to begin to think a bit more conceptually about meaning and interpretation.
In the piece of art that we've made today, we have actually physically made a piece of video on to have a character moving, a very dark character moving around the chapel, and we filmed that person. And then we filmed lots of different sound edits, so different footsteps and different sort of creaks and movements, and then we've layered them up to create an installation piece that we're going to project in the chapel. I am on the Artist Teacher Scheme because I want to implement my own practice. Being a teacher obviously takes up most of my time, but it would be nice to be producing my own artwork and remembering my love and my passion for art.
We have especially created the course for busy teachers in mind, so we run a lot of our sessions either during the holidays or on Saturdays.
It's very now, sort of everything that you come across on the course. You know, you get to work with practicing artists, people who are actually working in the art world as it is now, and that's quite an exciting thing. It's quite happening. It
just seemed like a really sort of natural thing to go on to. I can continue doing my work, and at the end of it I can come out with a qualification.
Extending your subject knowledge, exploring contemporary art practice in a gallery setting and talking to your peers really can have a major influence on what happens in the classroom and benefit pupil learning as well as your own learning.